Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad NABIL bin Muhammad ROZAINI. My matrix number is 2020C13388.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad ALFIAN bin JAKIMURAD. My matrix number is 2020479222. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Razatul Najwa binti RAZMAN and my number matrix is 2020876876. Thank you.
I'm going to present about the introduction first. So basically, Rahana Ice Cream Shop is a new ice cream shop that located in Ipoh, Perak. Even the shop is still new, it has attracted a lot of customers. The shop is well received by the public. Unfortunately, the shop have problems with their management system because they are still using file and paper to record their financial activities. So many of their workers have stopped working because they can't stand of this old school method. So the shop have decided to make a new system for their management. So the real problem is because of there are too many customers, the shop is having difficulties in managing the customers' order and also their bills. Because of that, the shop want to create a system that can record the customers' orders and also generate the bill for them, then display some information that's suitable. To solve these problems, we have created a system for Rahana Ice Cream Shop. The system will ask the user to enter some information about the staff and also about the customers and of course the customers' orders. Next, the system will calculate and generate the bills for the customers. Lastly, the system will display total customers and also profit per day to being used as a record for the shop.
Okay, hi. Now I am going to explain about the UML case diagram that we use in our system. There is Rahana Ice Cream System. First of all, there are 4 different elements in this use case diagram. They are systems, actor, use cases, and relationship. Okay, first for our actor, there is the stick figure. On the left side, there is called as a primary actors. We are represent as a staff that use our system. While on the right side, there is the secondary actors. We are represented as the management that are going to provide the information that fits into our ice cream shop system. Okay, next we have the several use case that we use in this system. First, we have a use cases called display ice cream type and their each price. Next, we have the enter sales information use case that include the enter staff name, and another one is the user need to enter the ice cream type that they want. Then the system will calculate all the total amount, that is the total ice cream based on the order from the customer. And lastly, staff will enter the total of the customer per day and the system will display all the total of the customer and the amount. Okay, next we are going to the relationship. For information, the solid line between the actor and the use case is to show there is the relationship. So that means the actor, there is the staff and management will interact with all of the use cases in this ice cream system. Next, we have the dash line with the arrow pointing towards. There is the include use cases, is the relationship between the base use case. Okay, we have completed all the UML use case diagram of Rahana ice cream system that we use. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, this is Rahana ice cream system UML class diagram. In this class, we have 6 class. The first one is customer. Next is dine-in, takeaway, date, staff, and the customer order. Okay, in this first class, customer is the superclass for subclass dine-in and takeaway. In the superclass customer, it will have customer name string, customer phone integer, order number integer, and pay method string. The method in this customer class, we set customer name, customer phone, order number, and pay method. The next one is we get pay method, order number, customer phone, customer name. Okay, we will have 2 string, get discount and get service tag. Okay, for the dine-in class, we have 3 attributes: people eat, integer, table number integer, and child discount. Eat is a boolean. In next method, we set people eat, set table number, set child discount, eat, and the next we get people eat, table number, and get discount. And we also have method get service tag. And the last one is the string to show the output. Okay, in the takeaway class, we have purchase discount as the attribute. It will be a boolean, and the method it will set purchase discount, get purchase discount, we have a method get discount, get service tag, and 2 string. Okay, the next class is a date. We have 3 attributes here. The first one is day, month, and year. These 3 data type is integer. The method is we have a set date for day, month, and year, and get date for day, month, and year, and 2 string to show the output. Okay, the next class is the staff. We will have the staff name and staff ID, staff name as the string and staff ID as the integer. We will set the staff name as staff ID and get the staff name as staff ID. Okay, we will have 2 string. You will have 2 string for display the output. The last one is the class for customer order. We will have 2 attributes: order code as integer, order price as a double. Okay, the method will be have the set the order code and order price, and get order code and order price. It also have the 2 string method to show the output. Okay, that's all from me, and I pass the presentation to my friends. Thank you. Public class date. This is a composition. Composition is a relationship that can define as a part of. As you can see here, it have 3 attributes. The first one is private integer day, and private integer month, and private integer year. Public date without a parameter, we set date, month, and year equal to 0. Okay, public date with a parameter, it will be a normal constructor. We'll set date equal to d, month equal to m, year equal to y. The next one is public void set date. It will set all the date. And the next one is the getter. It will get all the dates. Okay, public string to string is to display the day, month, and year. Thank you.
Okay, next we are going to the public class stuff. Okay, the attributes for the class staff is first private string staff name, and then private integer staff ID. Okay, for the first one, this is the default constructor. Okay, staff name equals to null and staff ID equals to 0. Okay, next, this is the normal constructor, and the parameter of the normal constructor is string sname and integer sid. Okay, staff name equals to sname, while staff ID equals to sid. Okay, next, this is the mutator method for each data members. Okay, first public void set staff name. Staff name equals to sname, and public void set staff ID equals to sid. Okay, this is the getter. There is the accessor method for each data members. Okay, first public string get staff name, that is return staff name, and public integer get staff ID, that will return the staff ID. Okay, the last one is the public string to string. There is the toString method, and it will return the staff name plus the staff ID.
Public class custom order. This is another class for place and order and price. Private integer order code and private double order price is the attribute. Public customer order, default constructor will be set the value equal to 0. Order code equal to 0 and order price equal to 0.0. Public customer order, integer or code double or price, it is a normal constructor. It will set order code equal to or code, order price equal to order price. Public void set customer in order is a setter. Public void set order price, public void set order code, and it will return the order code and order price. And the next is the getter, public integer get order code and public integer get order price. Okay, the last one is public string to display the order code and order price.
Okay, now for the class customer, okay, customer is the abstract class for the Rahana ice cream shop system. Okay, in this public class abstract customer, we are using a private string customer name, private string customer phone, private integer order number, and lastly private string pay method. Okay, in the default constructor, we are using the public customer. Customer name equals to null, customer phone equals to null, order number equals to 0 because there is the integer, and pay method equals to null. Okay, next, for the normal constructor, that is public customer, the parameter for the normal constructor is string cname, string cphone, integer order num, and string p method. Okay, so customer name equals to cname, customer phone equals to cphone, order number equals to order num, and pay method equals to p method. Okay, next, there is the set, that is the mutator methods for each data members. Okay, so first, public void set customer name, the parameter is string cname, and customer names equals to cname. Okay, next, public void set customer phone, the parameter is string cphone, and customer phone equals to cphone. Okay, public void set order number, the parameter is integer order num, and order number equals to order num. And lastly, public void set pay method, and the parameter is string p method, and pay method equals to p method. Okay, next, this is the get, that is the accessor method for each data members. Okay, first, public string get customer name, that will return the customer name. Okay, next, public string get customer phone, that will return the customer phone. Public integer get order number, that will return the order number. And lastly, public string get pay method, that will return the pay method. Okay, then there is the public string to string, that is the toString method, and it will return the customer name plus customer phone plus order number and pay method. Okay, lastly, we are using the public abstract double get discount and public abstract double get service tag. This will use in the subclasses for the processor method.
Public class dine-in extend customer. Dine-in is a subclass for superclass customer. Private integer people number, private integer table number, and private boolean child discount it is the attribute for dine-in class. Public dine-in without a parameter is a default constructor and the value is 0 or null. As you can see here, we call super with bracket. We declare super in the first constructor. So people eat equal to 0, table number equal to 0, and child discount it equal to false because it's a Boolean. Okay, the next is public dine-in with parameter. Okay, super with parameter, as you can see here, CNAME, CPhone, order number, and pay method. It will inherit attributes that are in the customer class. So people eat equal to P8, table number equal to table num, child discount it equal to child dis. Okay, the next is the setter. We set all of these attribute like public void set people eat, public void set table number, and public void set child discount it. It will return all the attribute, and the getter public integer get people eat, public integer get table number, and public double get discount. In this getter, if you have a child, you can get 3% discount, and it will return the discount. Okay, the next is public double get service tag. We include text if you dine in, and the text will be 0.04%. Okay, the next is public string to string. This is to display the output for people eat, table number, and child discount.
Okay, now there is the class takeaway. Okay, for the class takeaway is the subclass for the superclass that is the customer. Okay, so public class takeaway extends customer. Okay, in this class takeaway, we are using only one attribute, that is the private boolean purchase discount. Okay, for the first one, default constructor, that is public takeaway, we are called from the superclass, and purchase discount equals to false because there is the boolean. And then for the normal constructor, public takeaway, the parameter for the normal constructor is string CNAME, string CPhone, integer order num, string P method, and boolean purchase this. Okay, for the first one, we will using the super that we get from the superclass. There is the CNAME, CPhone, order num, and P method. And then the purchase discount equals to purchase this. Okay, next there is the set, the mutator method for the data member. So public void set purchase discount, and the parameter is the boolean purchase this. Purchase discount equals to purchase this. Okay, next there is the get, the assistant method for the data member. Okay, so public boolean get purchase discount, and it will return the purchase discount. Okay, next there is the processor method that we use in this class. So public double get discount. If the customer choose the takeaway, they will get the purchase discount. There is the 0.04 or equals to 4% discount. And then we are using the public double get service tax, and the customer will get the 0.04. That is the 4% discount for the service tax. Okay, next public string to string. There is the to string method, and if it will return the super to string plus the purchase discount.
Hello, this is the main class for our system. So we are using scanner system in to ask the user to enter information. There is some variables that will declare and initialize. We also using G option pane to display the message dialog, which is welcome to RAHANA'S ice cream shop. We also have some method. First method is menu, where it's going to display type of ice cream, its price, and also its code. Next is input date, where user is asked to enter date of the day, and then system will create an object for date. Then input stuff, where stuff here is the user itself need to enter their name and ID, and then the system will create an object for stuff. Next, the user need to enter all information about the customers. Information such as their name, phone, order number, pay method, and total order they want to order. There is while loop before they enter this information. We'll declare an array of objects for the customer's order based on how many orders they want. Using for loop, the system will ask about the customer's order based on the menu. The user only need to enter the code. Based on the code entered, using if-else statement, the system will determine its price. After the loop is complete, those information about the customer's orders and its price will be stored inside an array of objects. Next, the customers need to choose whether they want to dine in or take away. Both choices need different information. So after choose, user must enter information that been asked based on their choices. Next, system will create object and using this information as its parameter. Next, system will start calculate and display information based on what user have entered. It basically will display the receipt for the customers. First, the system will display the date of the day. Next, the system will display the staff information, which is who is the user of the system. Then display all customers' details. After that, the system will display and list all the customers' order and its price accordingly. Afterwards, system will calculate the total amount of the customer's order, calculate the discount if there is any discount, calculate for service tax, and lastly, calculate the total amount that customers need to pay. So the answer for all this calculation will be displayed to the customers accordingly. And that is the end of the receipt. Then, the system will ask the user if there's any other customers. So user need to enter 1 if yes, or 2 if no. If the user enter 1, the system will do looping and ask back from the customer's information. If the user enter 2, the system will exit and display total customers and also profit per day. So that's the end of our main. Next, you can see the body for the method earlier, which is method for menu, method for input date, and method for input stuff. And lastly is for our file input and output. So that's it. Thank you.